Hold on, give me a minute. I'm trying another video. Alright, here you go. That's image address, not fucking link address.
Let's say that you just picked up a
Alright, watch these two. One's for camera, the other one's just for streaming in general.
Of your live stream. Maybe you picked up the ever popular Logitech C9.
Yeah, that's a big ass hand cam, but you changed it now.
Logitech Brio.
Do the first one. Yeah. But seriously, do not skim through this, because you could fuck up your camera, like, you know, for sure. Yeah. Nope.
Or maybe even the brand new Logitech StreamCam that I reviewed.
It doesn't matter about the actual fucking camera.
The box,
all the settings will be the same.
And add it into your streaming software. He's
just going through an introduction, so you could skip like 3 minutes of it.
It doesn't look anything like what you thought it would. The A6400, but I've just alerts and so much more. It contains everything you need for your off using the link in the description. Okay, so right now you're looking at the image of the Sony A6400, but I've just plugged in my Logitech Brio, so let's add it as a source in OBS. It's the exact same process in Streamlabs OBS, and let's see exactly how it looks. So we come down to our sources list, click Add Video Capture Device. I'm going to call this Brio. Click OK, and it should find the device. And as you can see, straight off the bat,
alright, watch both of the videos and hit the turn it on.
Resolution. Sometimes you'll see these colours.
If you have any problems, just tell me.
Auto white balance. So very, very red now, but I wouldn't be surprised if. In the next 30 seconds it starts to slowly adjust and get my skin tones a little bit more correct. But this is the exact problem, right? Default settings out of the box, you want to repackage up this Logitech Brio or whatever camera you've got and send it back for a full refund because it just looks awful. But hold your horses, we can fix it. So what we're going to do is right click on our source and go to properties, which is going to bring up the camera properties, and the first thing that we're going to fix is this resolution and frame rate. You can see now the colours slightly getting better as the auto adjustments are coming in, but it's still 4:3 and it's not using the right frame rate. So the first thing we want to do is resolution/FPS type. We want to change that to custom. Now we're going to lose our preview just because we haven't got a resolution set. I'm going to set mine to 1920 by 1080, and you should see now we get the 16:9 frame fully filled. Now the Brio, as well as some other webcams, can actually run at 4K, and I wanted to quickly mention why would you want to run your camera at a higher resolution and why would you want to run it at a lower resolution. So firstly, at a higher resolution it's going to require more processing power from your computer to actually downscale that for your stream and encode it so it goes off to Twitch or wherever you're streaming to. So if you're running at 4K and you only have your webcam in the bottom corner of your gameplay and it's very small, that's probably a waste of resources. The real reason you want to use a higher resolution is if you're doing things like punching into your image and running a full screen webcam to maybe emphasize a point that you're making on a stream. If you run that at a higher resolution, when you punch in, you actually won't lose any detail because you're still technically at least pixel to pixel ratio. Whereas if you are running your webcam at say 720p and you're streaming at 1080p and you punch in, then obviously you're losing some detail. So there's a benefit and a cost to running at a higher resolution. If you're not sure, I would just run your webcam at 1080p. It may only go up to 1080p if you're using the C920 anyway. Now for FPS, you can choose to actually dial this in exactly if you know what FPS you want to get out of your webcam, or you can just select to run at the highest FPS possible, which is coming out of your camera. For me, I'm going to do 1080p 60, so once that refreshes you can see we now have a nice smooth 60 FPS stream. For video format, usually webcams only have one or two options for this. This is just the compression type that is being used. As you can see, the Brio and I believe the C920 both use JPEG, which is motion JPEG, so essentially just a lot of different JPEGs strung together in a video format. But if you do have more than one option, it's sometimes worth just selecting and trying them both out, or all three of them out, and seeing which one performs best for you. Sometimes they'll run a really uncompressed video format, which means that you get a very low frame rate. So just try them out and see which one looks the best in your opinion. Similarly for colour space, There's a few different options, usually 709 or 601. Try them both out and see which one looks better in your opinion. Lastly, for colour range, I'd recommend setting this at full so you get the full amount of colours available from your camera. There's not usually a massive difference between full and partial, but I would recommend setting it at full. You can leave everything else as it is and just click OK to return back to your stream preview. Okay, so we are looking slightly better, but the colours still look pretty awful, and you can see that over time I'm slowly getting more and more natural as the Brio is slowly adjusting to be more natural to my skin tones, but still there is definitely some work we want to do. And the first bit of advice I would give you is to do with lights. Webcams typically have extremely small sensors, so the more light that you can get on yourself, the better quality and the higher frame rate that your webcam is going to be able to run at. Now, I'm not saying that you need to necessarily...
What did you say?
Why are you still awake?
Because I'm watching an introductory video about videos for streaming. Give me a bit of a walkthrough. What to do and what to pay attention to.
When are you going to sleep?
Probably like 9, 10.
It's 8:37. I won't.
They go out.
It's okay. You... Shut up, you.
Let's just go for tomorrow. Next year.
Oh, you said what?
What?
Let me guess. You're not gonna wake up in time. So we're going next week, right?
For being a baby. Told you guys for anything. No.
No.
Alright, I gotta watch some video.
We didn't
Spend loads of money on something like the Elgato key lights, because I do realise that they're expensive.
Did you hear me?
Because they take a lot of room and not everybody has
I'm eating
a
McDonald's.
amount of room to be able to pull their desk back with a big light behind it. Even something really
That's why I just went
paid about
out of my car.
$30 for this light.
Mhm.
Or you can get some slightly bigger ones.
Told you I drive.
Companies like Newer, but some LED panels from Amazon can be really cheap and make a massive difference to your webcam. It just allows you to light yourself much better, separate it better, but the colours still look pretty awful. You can see that over time I'm slowly getting more and more natural as the Brio is slowly adjusting to be more natural to my skin tones, but still there is definitely some work we want to do. And the first bit of advice I'll give you is to do with lights. Webcams typically have extremely small sensors, so the more light you can get on yourself, the better quality and the higher
Why did
frame
Cindy
rate
it off?
your webcam is going to be able to run at. Now, I'm not saying that you need to necessarily go out
Oh, and your
and spend
Discord
loads of money
talking
on
to you?
like the Elgato key lights, because I do realise that they're expensive, and you know the softboxes aren't great either because they take a lot of room, and not everybody has an infinite amount of room to be able to pull their desk back. Like,
Do you remember Liana or whatever her name is?
Yeah. Cute girl.
The what girl?
The cute girl.
Did you say the cute girl?
Yeah.
You like her?
Why would I? She's freaking like another cute girl.
What does that mean? You just called her the cute girl.
Okay. Yeah.
That means you have a crush on her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm. I know, right?
Probably should go to bed. Do you concur?
Hey, UD.
What?
You know the banana dude?
Yeah.
Peely?
Yeah.
You know how we open gifts? Yeah, he's in one of our gifts, but it's frozen one. You love that skin, and I hate it so much.
I don't even know.
Yes, you do. You have it. It's the yellow one with the bones.
Oh yeah. You ready for bed?
Karma's still awake.
Ow.
What does she do?
Whack, whack, back, back. Oh shit.
So what you get?
There's a point where it was like suppressed, like
How is she depressed?
because he's almost taken away from her. And now it's just brings it up again.
Judy, what could a dog have did?
Huh?
What could she have did?
What do you mean? Karma? To me?
No, to herself. You were scared?
Yeah, she was just not being interactive or verbal or anything. She was just like devilish stares. You know, like you see dogs and you think they're about to come and bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had that.
Yeah, you were being a deadbeat to Karma. Because you just left your dog. Shut up. Say yes, sir. Yeah. That's what I thought. See how you're quiet? You got scared. Because you know the deal, you do. You know. Oh my. Hey. Hey, Judy. Answer me, you hate black people. Wow. Alright, UD, I'm kicking you now. Kick. You left. Dude, why aren't you talking? What's up? He's not talking. I don't know why.
Oh, did he fall asleep?
I don't know. Maybe. That's maybe what it is.
I'm
You
over here trying to do this map so I can PvP people. I'm putting llamas and presents and stuff like that around it.
Yeah, I'm sure he would sleep.
Dustin.
What?
You fall asleep, Dustin?
I'm fucking totally like falling asleep in the chair.
So he's talking, but you're not.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hey.
I was totally falling asleep while I'm sitting.
Yeah. That's what we figured.
I was listening and I think I was having a dream about the Zen and the streams. And something
Right.
was going on with, like, I wasn't allowed to use some settings to watch myself. I don't know. You woke me up, so it was just a weird fucking dream.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm glad I got out of that. But fuck. What is it?
He left.
Really?
He fell asleep, yeah.
When did he leave?
Literally about 5 minutes ago. Not even. He might still be on.
Sorry, mad at me. I'm so freaking tired. Fuck. Yeah, I just need to sleep.
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
I'm fucking around in creative. Like in my island. You know, like dropping presents in my little thing, you know. I put some llamas in there. Yeah. There's just that you were sleeping and no. No. Probably. Might be a good idea.
Sleeping in the chair. That was pretty nice. Weird I stream though. You ever have dreams where like get the fuck back? Like you hear people talking about whatever, like in real life, but you're sleeping?
Yeah. gonna be the new 1v1 map. I'm telling you.
When you're making it. Mhm. Oh. Oh, dang it. Go.